Hey you guys, thanks so much for clicking on my channel. We're all smiles over here. I am Will Sanjay. Like asking the question, will Sanjay help you keep your smile for today? And hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm gonna try not to keep you long, but y'all know if it gets good, I'm gonna keep on talking. Listen, the golden nugget today is leave it behind. Leave it behind. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. What is today? Today is the day right before going into what? 2019. And I'm here to tell you to leave it, whatever that it is, leave it behind. Listen, a lot of us make New Year's resolutions, right? Every single year. But what normally happens, we make those New Year's resolutions and they don't stick. Let me tell you why they don't stick. They don't stick because we don't come in with a clean slate. We don't come in with a clean slate. And what do I mean by that? We don't come with a clean slate, which means we're not leaving stuff behind. We're bringing stuff into the new year with us, right? Bringing things into a new year with us. So when it's time for us to apply these New Year resolutions, there's no room for them. Why? Because we brought all this other stuff. And listen, some of us have really Atlas just came in. A lot of us have a lot of things that we have brought over. A lot of it's that we brought over from 2017 into 2018. We got stuff that we have brought in from 2010. Some people from 2000. You close that door for me, please? Thank you so very much. But you know, from 2000, you brought things over, and all that stuff from all those years, that those it's are attached to you. And what does it do to you when it's attached to you? I don't know if y'all seen the movie Venom. My husband and I, our family, we saw this movie called Venom, and what they were doing, they had these aliens, and they were trying to merge these aliens with humans, and they were successful in doing it. When I said successful in doing it, that they actually merged with them. But as the alien thrived, guess what happened to the humans? The humans' organs were failing; they were dying. The humans were dying, but the aliens were thriving. They were, you know, doing well. And that's how these it's are in our lives. When we carry things on from year to year and year and they're attached to us, they are draining us. And sometimes we feel we don't have the power to let them go. We don't have the power to get them away from us, but you do. Because how do you know you have the power? Because before the it attached itself to you, how were you feeling? You were feeling great. You were happy. You had genuine smiles. Your marriages were on fleek. You had great relationships with your wives. You had great relationships with your husband. You had great relationships with your family and friends. You had just all overall, even at work, things went havoc, right? But when whatever your it's were, whether it was mental thinking, let's not leave that out, because a lot of us always look on the outside for it's to be wreaking havoc in our lives and be doing crazy stuff. But sometimes it could be our own mental that could come in and it attaches itself. Then what happens when it attaches? We get drained. We don't feel right. We get tired easily. We can't stand our spouses. Well, any little thing your husband do, you get aggravated. Any little thing your wife does, you get aggravated. Why? Because the it is in your ear. The it is present, having you thinking that it is serving you, when really you are serving it. And how do you know you're serving it? Because it is benefiting more than your life is. It is happy, but your life, everything that is involving in your life is falling to the wayside. You're not happy in your marriage. You're not happy in your friendships. You're not happy at your job. Why? Because it is present. Whether it's your mental. Ask a person who's married. Ask a couple that's been married for like 60, 30, 50 years. And if a spouse cheated in that relationship. Ask the person who cheated. They'll tell you that getting back aligned and connected and being back with their spouse was the best thing they could have ever done, because they realized that whoever was on the side was only a bad void. It was not worth it. It was draining them. They were happy, but on this side, their marriage was suffering. And it probably had them at a space where they were thinking that they were happy, because that's what it does in your life. That's what it's do. Different it's in your life, it'll have you thinking that you're feeling great and grand while you're in the pattern with it. You'll feel awesome and great while you're with it and in that pattern, in that way of thinking. You know how you could think a certain way for so long, you're like, my way is right, this is the right way, I'm thriving. Then you come to the conclusion when somebody shed light on something, like, I need to change my way of thinking. You think it's going to let you change just like that? You think it's going to let you leave just like that? It's not. So when I say leave it behind, you're going to have to leave it behind because it doesn't serve you. You're giving it power. That's the only way it is surviving right now. It's because of you. And sometimes you think you don't have the power to let it go. You do. Because when you take you from the equation of it just dies out. Now, it won't just die out without a fight, because the only way it can live and thrive is to have your power, is to have you present. So when you do leave it behind, you know what it's going to do. It's going to bring, bring. It's going to call. It's going to knock. It's going to come up here to test, to see, did you really leave me behind? You ain't really leave me behind. You know you missing me. And don't get caught up in that. Don't get caught up in that missing part, because it's just like having separation anxiety. For those of you who have kids and you put your kids in daycare, I know when we put our son in daycare, I was pregnant with my daughter, and I knew pregnant with her, and my son was 2 years old, about to turn 3. And since we own our own business or what have you, I knew that I'm going to have to put him in daycare because, having a newborn and I'm going to need some assistance. Even though I had family around me, I just, wanted some extra assistance. So y'all, we put our son in daycare, and I was like, oh my goodness. And one thing I made sure, I said I will not put my child in daycare until he's able to talk full fluent sentences. And if he can talk in full fluent sentences and tell me they did this to me and say that to me, then he can go if he could do that. If he couldn't do that, he wasn't able to go. And that was always my rule. And so, of course, at 2 years old, my son was talking fluently, what have you. And we put him in daycare, and y'all, he was crying. I was crying. He was crying. I was crying. He was holding on to me. They were trying to take him from me. And he was like, no, mama. And I was like, son. It was like, me and you should never part like that. We were having that kind of moment, right? And my husband was smart. He basically stayed in the car. Said, babe, you wanted? I was like, babe, come with me. But I said this, he didn't stay in the car. He left before I did, because he saw it coming, because I was the one holding my son. So he saw it coming, because my son, the more they talked to him, and he was grabbing on harder to me, because he could feel that I was about to leave him behind, in other words, right? And that's what happens, y'all. And I was feeling a certain way, because I was like, I'm missing my son. I even cried when I was at work. I said, I miss my son. I miss my son. I miss my son. And truly, I was missing him. I was missing him. But not only was I missing him, I was really missing the pattern. Because see, what my son, that's a difference. I'll say that's a difference with having certain things in your life, knowing it from purpose. You see what I'm saying? My son is a purpose in my life. So when I gave him, I don't know why I feel like I'm about to get teary-eyed with this, but when I gave him to those daycare people, right, I was missing him, because he's my purpose. Source blessed us with him. So he was a purpose in my life. He actually brought purpose in my life, positiveness and all that stuff. So when I gave him to them, I was missing him. And not only was I missing him, I was missing our pattern that we shared every morning. Waking up, we having breakfast and stuff, and we talking and laughing. I'm tickling him, and he'll say something crazy, and I get cracking up. And we just, at that time, the pattern that we shared. So I was missing him and the pattern. Now the difference is that I want to tell you guys, because some of you guys have left it behind, and you are thinking that you're missing it. Now, the it that I'm talking about, I'm not talking about a purpose in your life. I'm not talking about something that brings purpose to your life, brings gratitude, brings thankfulness, that brings positiveness in your life. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about it. It is that it's not bringing those things. It's not bringing purpose in your life. Matter of fact, it's depleting your life. It's depleting your friendships with your parents and your siblings. It's depleting your workmanship at work. It's depleting your marriages. It's depleting some of your relationships with those that you're engaged with. It's bringing depletion to it. You understand what I'm saying? So when you leave it behind, it's going to feel like you're missing it. I'm here to tell you that you're not missing it. You're not missing it. Why I did this? Because when you're aligned and connected, when you finally leave it behind, you're able to get aligned and connected. And then when you're aligned and connected, the it is going to try to make you feel like you're missing it. And what it is, you're not missing it. You're really missing the pattern that you had with it. Do you hear what I'm saying? So when it knocks on your door or calls you, or it gets in your head to say, you know, we used to do this every week. You know, we used to go out every week. You know, we used to smoke these joints every week. You know, we used to think negative every week. That's it talking, but it is actually reminding you of the pattern that you had with it. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes there's nothing wrong with patterns, but if the patterns aren't fulfilling, aren't purposeful, and aren't positive, then the it is negative. It is not good for you. You have to leave it behind. So don't get confused with pattern and it. So what you think you're missing is only the pattern. And you will always replace pattern behaviors. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I think you guys are following me. So listen, don't get caught up in that. So when I want to tell you, when you're going into this new, this good, this greater, this best over into 2019, come in with a clean slate. And the only way to do that is to leave it behind. And yes, it's going to be mad. You know why it's going to be mad? Because it is the only one that was benefiting from those patterns. Get what I'm saying? You were giving all your power to it. How do I know that? Because when you were hanging out with it, in that pattern with it, you always felt drained. Your relationships always went lacking. You can see clearly, you can think clearly, and you can hear clearly, and you most certainly couldn't sense clearly. But ask it what it was doing. It was sitting down with its feet crossed, eating grapes. Ooh, I'm happy. It was happy. It was happy. Yeah, it was living life. It was living your life. And now that you clearly understand that you have to change, that change, I always get happy when I see 555, because 555 to me in angel numbers mean great changes. Changes are happening. So when change is coming, you're able to see when you're aligned and connected, especially when you're like, I'm tired, something's off. When you start having the feeling like something's off, something's not right, I deserve better. That's you getting back aligned and knowing that you got to leave it behind. Leave it behind, and you'll see your world open up. You about to get into greater, new, good in 2019. Listen, my daughter in there playing that piano, y'all. Hopefully it's not clashing with this arising music that y'all hear playing in the background. But listen, I'm just here to tell you to stay focused, that I'm rooting for you guys, and I'm super duper excited for 2019, because all of us, y'all, what we're about to experience in 2019 gonna blow your socks off. It's gonna have people going and say, what? You got that? What? You think like that? What? You're gonna start meeting some people that's on the same line of greatness as you. Light-minded people. I just did a golden nugget about that. You're going to be meeting people with light-mindedness if you are going into the right direction of being positive and all that other good stuff. So you don't have time. You don't have space for it anymore. It's just like a snake. When a snake is shedding its skin. Why is it shedding? Because it's outgrown it. It's gotten bigger. Growth has happened. And in order for it to really bask in that growth and really apply that growth and what it's learned, it has to shed. And sometimes when you are growing and that skin outside and you got to shed it, it looks ugly. Have you seen a snake right before it's about to shed? Its skin looks so dingy. That skin looks so dingy, and it's all flaky and peeling, and it looks like it's about to die. Like, is that dead? Is it about to die? Is it? And that's how that it will have you when you look at yourself, when you're analyzing yourself. because you got so much it on you, you can't see your newness. You can't see your growth. Why? Because all that dead weight, all that dead it, all that it is on you. So it's blocking your vision, your hearing, your newness. You can't even see it. You can't see it yourself. So that's what got you thinking that you ain't worth it. That it ain't, no, it ain't worth it. Leave it behind. And when you shed that skin, oh, when you shed that skin and it's coming off of you leaving it behind, beautiful colors of your life, beautiful colors in your life, of your character, of your personality, of the growth that's in you, it's going to be so bright, super bright. It's going to be so bright to where you're going to shock yourself. You're like, I grew that much. What? I have this in me. What? And don't think it's going to be to the side. Don't think it's just going to let you be. No. When you leave it behind, it's still going to be trying to bring, 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 tap into your head to see if you really got rid of it. Why? Because it wants to thrive. And it knows it can't thrive without you. But now you know that you can't thrive with it. Did you get what I said? You can't thrive with it. So what do? You take your power back. You leave it behind. And when you leave it behind, you say, you know what? You're not worth my life. You're not worth my life. You're not worth me losing my husband. You're not worth me losing my wife. You're not worth me losing my family. You're not worth me losing my relationship with my mom and dad and with my siblings. You're not worth it. You're not. So bye-bye. Bye-bye. So long. Farewell. Yeah, all those. You got to leave it behind. And listen, you'll know what it knows when you're about to leave it behind. Because it's going to really get clinging. It's going to want you to call it every day. You didn't call me today. I didn't hear from you. I thought you was going to call me and such. You didn't come and see me today, so I came to see you. I hadn't heard from you. Huh? Yeah. You could just talk to it and it going, hey, y'all. Y'all, I'm knocking so hard. But y'all, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. It's gonna be in your life. It's gonna come. It gonna start reaching out and grabbing you. Like, you know, when you're falling and you're trying to reach the grab. That's how it is feeling right now. It feels you cutting the strings, cutting the attachment, and it is falling, and they're reaching for anything that they can pull. Anything that it can pull. If it's somebody outside of you and they're just all been attached and you finally cutting them, listen, they're going to be calling, crying. What did I do wrong? I don't know what I did. What did I do wrong? I thought I did everything right. What did I do wrong? Can we just work this out? We have a great thing going. We've had a great thing going for years. So you're going to come. We've been like best friends forever. We've been in this relationship forever. They're going to pull out all the stops and the tricks. And your mental mind is going to do the same thing. You always thought this way. So when you're a child, your mama raised you to think like this. You're going to go there. Listen, you don't want to do that because that may be falsehood they're talking about. Listen, Linda. All that they talking is nothing but pattern. It's not them that you're going to miss. It is not. It's the pattern that they had you in. You know how if you wake up every morning, especially those of you who have retired, you go to work, or if you've been on a job for even for a whole year, and you know you have to wake up at 6 in the morning every single morning, right? You have to wake up every single morning at 6 o'clock or at 5 o'clock to get up, get dressed, go to work, right? You work that pattern every morning, 5 o'clock, every morning, 5 o'clock, every morning, 5 o'clock. You do the same thing. Wake up every morning at 5 o'clock. And then you retire. You don't have to get up at 5 o'clock anymore. But what's still there? The pattern. You feel like you got to get up at 5 o'clock. Some of y'all still got your alarms. I know a couple of people who have retired from the military. They'll tell you, they as soon as they retired, they were still in that pattern. They felt like they still had to get up at that time. They felt they were missing. They felt as if they were missing being in the military, but really they were missing the pattern that they were in. And that's all that you're missing. If you're having that anxiety right now of separation from it, It's only the pattern, baby. You don't have to get to the place where you think you got to go back to it, because really you don't. You're not missing the it, you're missing the pattern. So listen, don't get that confused. Stay focused, stay aligned, stay with it. You understand what I'm saying? So listen, that's how it is. That is exactly how it is. So when you find yourself to where they are calling back to back, even though you said it's over, I'm leaving you behind. I can't take you into 2019. I love my husband too much. I love my wife too much. I love my family too much. I love the relationship I have with my mom and dad and my siblings. I love the relationship that I have with me and Source. I love being aligned and connected. So I can't, listen, you and I, we can't. You can't have my power. Listen, they're going to come. I'm telling you, it's going to come up here. They're going to come out there. They're going to be knocking their doors, ringing the doorbell, and calling you on your phone and trying to get your attention. But now you know. If you didn't know before, now you know it was just a pattern. So now it's easy for you to go, nah. And some of you may want to do this tonight or today before you step into tomorrow, 2019. Yes. Write down all the greatness that you're walking into 2019. Write it down. I don't care if it's 100 things. I don't care if it's just one thing. Write it down and keep it on you. You guys, put it in your wallet. You ladies, put it in your purse. Or you can make a bracelet and have a little beading or something and you wear it. Or you can say, you know what? I'm gonna wear my ring or whatever ring you have, a piece of jewelry you wear. If ladies, you have a bracelet, just put the bracelet on and, you know, to symbolize the newness that you say you're walking in for 2019. And listen, when that person knocks at the door or call you on the phone or that negative thinking get in your head to try to pull strings to see if you really let it go, look at that bracelet and say, can't do it. Walking in my newness. You tried it. You tried it. You tried it. You tried it. It tried it today, but I saw my bracelet. It reminded me I'm still aligned and connected. This ain't gonna happen. You may have to pull that piece of paper out and just show you what you're moving forward to. That's what that's what people tell you, to write down your goals, write down your aspirations. It's a reason for that, to keep you focused. So when it comes along, you can say, it or all of this. It or all of this. If you have to get your poster board and hang it up in your room somewhere, in your closet, to keep you focused when you wake up every single morning. You have to have one at work. I don't know, wherever you have to put it. When you get up in the morning, you see it. So when you go to work and you experience some crazy stuff, you can say, you know what? It ain't gonna faze me. You tried it. Yes, you did. But this morning when I woke up, I saw where I'm headed. I saw where I'm headed. And I will not be distracted. I left you behind. I'm in 2019 getting this new, getting this good, getting this best, getting this greater than greater. Yes, You keep that mindset. And in order to do that, you have to do what? Leave it behind. Yes, you do. Listen, I'm rooting for y'all. Y'all, I'm at 22 minutes here. I'm at actually 23 now. But y'all, I want to leave this for you guys, let you know that I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you guys. And listen, let me say this. It doesn't matter if that it had been attached to you for 20 years. It doesn't matter. You know why? And I already said it. It doesn't matter because you gave it power. So by you letting it go, that means you're taking your power back, which makes it easy for you to say so long, farewell, bye-bye. You get what I'm saying? All right, you guys. Listen, I'm rooting for y'all. Leave it behind. Don't get confused with it and pattern. You heard me? Don't get confused with it and pattern. You can always adjust and get another pattern, but you don't need it because it is not what? Purposeful. It is not providing a purpose in your life of positivity. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Okay, I hope you guys are getting the gist of this. But listen, I'm rooting for y'all. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I've had 2018 to spend with y'all. Listen, I have had a ball with y'all for 2018. I have. I don't know if I told y'all before, I had a YouTube channel before called Bentley Conversations, but I didn't ever put it out there. Why? Because that wasn't what it was supposed to be. This time around, y'all, these golden nuggets, I feel so amazing every time I have these golden nuggets with y'all. Why? Because it helps me as well. It blesses my soul. It grows me as well. And like I told you, it gets to me first. I'm like, woo, I gotta share. But yeah, I really enjoyed you guys. I have enjoyed talking to y'all and sharing these golden nuggets of life with you guys, helping you guys grow, helping me grow. I really enjoyed it. And I'm so looking forward to hearing many manifestations that are coming into you guys' life. And listen, and all the ones that I've heard of this year, y'all, it did me so good. Every time I think about what's going on in y'all life, the manifestation that has taken place, I get so excited. It lifts me up. It takes my faith level to a whole nother level every single time. So y'all know if this transpired in 2018, y'all already know I'm excited for 2019. Y'all know I'm a motivational speaker, but not only that, I am a transformational speaker, which means I not just want to motivate you, I want to see you transform right into a new. And y'all listen, it's just been a blessing. It has. It's been a blessing. And I hope y'all got the gist of what I was talking about. Y'all, I did not get the tutu, but listen, I'm going to get a tutu because y'all know I'm over here rooting for y'all. Know I'm rooting for you guys, and I'm wishing the best for you. And listen, I am rooting for you that I know without a shadow of a doubt that you have left it behind. Stepping into your 2019. Listen, if you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to mask a smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. Listen, I'm so proud of y'all. Thank y'all for those of you who tuned in. Those of you who are my subscribers. Listen, I think it said I have 47 subscribers, and I'm so grateful for that. But y'all, I'm grateful that you guys tune in to me and that you're actually getting something out of it. Listen, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and continue to share. And listen, I'm looking forward. I am so looking forward to hearing and seeing all the great manifestations that is coming your way in 2019. And I'm so grateful that you are got a clean slate going so that in 2019 you have room to receive that good, that new, that greater, the best. I am excited for you guys. Listen, if you didn't think that you were blessed if you didn't think you were blessed enough in 2018, 2019, baby, you about to birth some stuff. Y'all remember I talked about that. Y'all, my dog got on. He's like, what in the world? But listen, you about to birth some things in 2019. You are creating because you are creators. Why are you creators? Because you were created by the Creator. Listen, things are happening. These are financial. I'm speaking this right now. And how can I speak it? Because I requested this, but not just for myself, but for you guys too. So that's why I can speak it, because I know it's going to come into manifestation. I am speaking right now on this last day in the 2018. That we are, y'all hear Atlas, he is amen to me, that we are all walking and stepping to newness, greatness, health-wise, physical-wise, financially-wise, wealthy, healthy, spiritual, physically, mentally, all the above. Anything you can ask, speak, or think, it is coming to you in the greatness of positiveness in your mental thinking, healing taking places in your bodies, all the above. Listen, I am speaking this into all of our lives, and I'm looking forward to it. Listen, the best is yet to come. Y'all know the song, the best is yet to come. Listen, stepping over into it, but make some room for that bad boy. Make some room for it by leaving it behind. And don't get caught up in the pattern. Don't get caught up in the pattern. Listen, I'm looking forward to seeing y'all next year. I'll see y'all next year. Hopefully it won't be too long till next year come in. I'm trying to crack a joke here, y'all. But yeah, I believe y'all understand. I'm trying to keep y'all, I'm almost at 30 minutes. But listen, thanks so much for tuning in with me. And I already said that if you take just a little bit of what I'm going to tell you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to mask a smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. Y'all hear my dog Atlas in the background. Atlas, can you say Happy New Year to him? Can you? Are you going? Yeah. He ain't trying to say nothing. I guess the look said it all. But listen, I'm rooting for y'all. I'm looking forward to next year with y'all. Listen, I can't wait. I can't wait to get the new golden nuggets. I don't know what they're going to be, but I'm super excited because these golden nuggets this year, 2018, y'all. Woo! Surfed me through, brought me on through, and I hope it brought you through. But y'all, listen, I'm looking forward to next year with you guys with more golden nuggets. You guys take care. You be blessed. You stay blessed. Happy New Year, happy new life. For those who get married, happy new wife, happy new husband, happy new family. Those of you who are already married, happy to new, greater, refined, refreshed love. And yes, having that new wine in a new vessel. Hey, y'all feel me out there? Listen, love on your spouses, love on your wife, love on your husband, love on your family. Listen, love all the way around. I'm rooting for you. Y'all stay blessed, be blessed, and anything that don't concern you with those is. What? You left it behind, and you and crossed over into your new, your good. On that note, y'all, I'm gone for real. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you to all of my subscribers. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said before, talk to y'all soon. See you next year. I was trying to say Happy New Year and say that at the same time. But anyway, see y'all next year. Happy New Year. Talk to you soon. Be blessed. Stay blessed. You know what's coming next. Happy New Year and what?